A very good morning to my respected teachers and my friends. I, Mohammad Noor Nabi, a BSc nursing student at San Fernando College of Nursing, Siliguri. Along with my fellow friends Noor Islam, we are here to present our presentation on the topic of Plasmodium. Before we start our presentation, let me give you all a very short introduction on Plasmodium. Today we will be learning about the life cycle of malaria parasite. Malaria is an infectious disease which is caused by unicellular parasite belonging to genus Plasmodium. There are hundreds of species inside this genus Plasmodium which can cause a parasitic infections in a variety of vertebrate organisms as well as insects. In human beings, 5 species of malaria parasites can cause malaria. These are Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malaria, Plasmodium ovale, Plasmodium knowlensis. Common symptoms of malaria are fever, constant muscular fatigue and pain, headache, chills, sweating, as well as nauseous feeling. There is also an increase in the size of spleen, which is a lymphoid organ, because inside the spleen the parasite is actually interacting with the fighting machinery of the body. Malaria is a global healthcare problem and takes a huge toll on world population each and every year. According to WHO's World Malaria Reports of 2018, there is an about 219 million reported malaria cases worldwide in 2017. Out of these, 4,500 per fatal. Malaria is endemic in tropical and subtropical regions of sub-Saharan Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Plasmodium, the parasites, infects the liver cells and red blood cells in human beings. Let's talk about the life cycle now. The life cycle of the Plasmodium can be divided into two stages, the sexual phase and the asexual phase. The sexual phase takes place in the Anopheles mosquito and the asexual phase takes place in the human. The asexual phase further can be divided into exoerythritic journey and erythritic journey. As you know, as Plasmodium reproduces by asexual reproduction by multiple fission, and this process of asexual reproduction by multiple fission is known as eschogeny. The exoerythritic means outside the erythrocytes and the RBC, and it takes place in the liver cells. Erythritic schizogeny takes place within the RBC. The female Anopheles mosquito not only serves as a host for the Plasmodium but also serves as a vector for the transmission of disease from an infected individual to healthy human beings. The female Anopheles mosquito carries the infection stage of the parasite called sporozoites inside its salivary gland, and thus spinets by a healthy human beings. It injects into him these sporozoites, as you can see in the picture. So an infected Anopheles mosquito is sucking blood of these human beings, and while it sucks his blood, it is injected the sporozoites inside the blood of the human beings. Now let's talk about what happens once these sporozoites reach the human being. First of all, they are going to make the way in the liver and infect the hepatocytes, also known as the liver cells. After they have infected the hepatocytes, they are going to reproduce by a schizogeny and results in the formation of schizoid, which has thousands of merozoites. Once the schizoid ruptures, these merozoites are released into the blood of the individual. In Plasmodium vivax and Plasmodium ovale, however, the sporozoites after infecting the hepatocytes do not instantaneously undergo a sexual reproduction. Instead, they are entered into a domain or in an active state called hypnozoites, which remain inactive and do not undergo a sexual reproduction for long periods of time. Thus, in these individuals, the symptoms of malaria appear sometimes even after months and years of initial infection. Also, because of the presence of hypnozoites, there can be a relapse in the malarial infection long after the initial infection. These merozoites will now infect the RBC. Once inside the RBC, the parasite is going to grow in a membrane-bound digestive vacuoles, and it is going to hydrolyze the human hemoglobin of the host RBC with the help of secrets enzyme. This results in the formation of this ring-like structure, early trophozoites. These early trophozoites can mature late trophozoites, and the late trophozoites can carry out asexual reproduction, resulting in the formation of blood stage scozoin. This blood stage scozoins again has thousands of merozoites. Upon the rupturing of this scozoin, these merozoites released into the blood of the human beings. These merozoites are going to infect the other RBC and discontinuing the cycle all over again. Some of the early trophozoites, instead of developing into the late trophozoite, develop into gametocytes, which are going to participate in sexual reproduction. The gametocytes do not undergo any changes; they just remain sites of blood, and they are sucked in by Anopheles mosquito, and they are going to travel into the cut, that is mosquito. That is the gametocytes. That is, gametocytes are infectious stage of the parasite for the mosquito. Once the gametocytes have been sucked in by mosquito, they make their way into the mosquito's guts, where is the differentiate into a macrogametes and microgametocyte. These are going to rise a gametes which fuse together to form a zygote. The zygote develops or differentiates into a oocytes, which further goes on to develop into the oocytes. Inside the oocytes, the zygote divides multiple times to form sporozoite. Upon the rupture of the oocytes, the sporozoites are released and travel and get stored into salivary gland of the female anopheles. Mosquito, when this mosquito is going to bite another healthy human being, it is going to inject the sporozoites into him, once again starting the cycle of infection. The next precautions arises: how to prevent malaria. The most important way of preventing malaria is by avoiding the breeding of vector mosquito, by preventing water logging, especially during rain season. So not let collect fresh water in tires, drains and pools, which actually serves as good predicting grounds for the mosquito. Also avoiding mosquitoes bites by using mosquito repellent nets and sprays, always as full sleeved clothes, especially during rainy seasons. Also blood transfusions is completely scared, because malaria is blood-borne disease and it can spread in the blood of an infected individual. It transfused to the human beings. This is the video on life cycle of malaria parasites, and the next topic is covered by Noor Islam. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Nabi. My name is Noor Islam. My topic is pathogenicity and liability diagnosis. तो फ्रेंड्स, आप सबको तो पता हो गया कि प्लाज्मोडियम और इसकी लाइफ साइकिल क्या है। प्लाज्मोडियम का सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट लाइफ साइकिल होती है इसका, जो वो कैसे कैसे फैलता है उसके बारे में विस्तृत जानने के लिए हमको उसकी लाइफ साइकिल के बारे में जानना पड़ता है। तो अभी हम आप सबको पैथोजेनेसिटी के बारे में बताएंगे। मैन डेवलप इन्फेक्शन बाय द बाइट ऑफ इन्फेक्टेड फीमेल एनोफेलिस मॉस्क्विटो। जब मच्छर काटता है ना, तो हमें एक तरह का इन्फेक्शन कर देता है। वो क्या कर देता है, एक तरह का बोल सकते हैं कि वो जब काटती है तो एक तरह का इन्फेक्टेड कर देता है। मलेरिया पर हम लोग को क्या कर देता है, मलेरिया कर देता है। तो उसका वो कई तरह की सिम्टम्स होती है, जैसे कि ट्रांसफ्यूजन ऑफ ब्लड फ्रॉम ए पेशेंट ऑफ ए मलेरिया। जो मलेरिया का पेशेंट होता है ना, तो क्या करता है, ट्रांसफ्यूज़न करता है ब्लड को। दिस इज़ नोन एज ट्रांसफ्यूजन मलेरिया। उसको हम लोग ट्रांसफ्यूजन मलेरिया कहते हैं। प्लाज्मोडियम जो है ना, कैन रिमाइन वेरी वेल इन ए रिफाइग्रेटेड ब्लड ऑफ 2-10 डेज। वो क्या होता है, क्या करता है, वेजुअल होती है 10 डेज़ के लिए। Transmission of infection to fetus in utero through some placental defect is known as congenital malaria. जो बच्चे पैदाइशी इन्फेक्टेड होता है, डिफेक्ट होता है, उसमें मलेरिया का सिम्टम्स होता है, तो जो बच्चा इन्फेक्शन के होते हैं उसी को कह सकते हैं. By the uses of contaminated sanguines, particularly in drugs addicts. Next, laboratory diagnosis. Malaria is one of the few parasitic infections considered to be immediately life-threatening, and a patient with the diagnosis of P. falciparum malaria should be considered medical emergency because the disease can be repeatedly fatal. अगर वो मलेरिया एक तरह की पैरासाइटिक इन्फेक्शन जो है उसके लिए हमें चाहिए कि जैसे अगर हो जाए एक तरह का डायग्नोसिस है, एक तरह की बीमारी है मलेरिया, अगर किसी को हो जाता है तो उसको मेडिकल इमरजेंसी दिखाना चाहिए इस डिजीज़ से बचने के लिए. ओके.